Cubbies, we're back and we're going to finish up our story of Noah's Ark today. And I have my very own Cubby here with me and my other girls to help me with this. So first, we talked about last week the flood and Noah and how God keeps his promises. So I have a question. Do you think God ever forgets to keep a promise? What do you guys think? Do you think God forgets to keep a promise? No. No. Did God forget to keep his promise to Noah? No, he didn't. God said he would keep Noah and his family safe from the flood. Remember, they were building the ark. And he did. Okay, let's turn the thing. Let's see what our next one is. Look at this. Look at all the rain and the flood. Their big, strong ark kept all the raindrops out. Outside, the waves crashed, and the storm thundered, and everything was destroyed. See all the mess? Look at all the stuff everywhere. But inside the ark, Noah and his family and the animals stayed cozy and dry. Cubbies, would you have liked living in the ark? What sounds do you think you'd hear on the ark, guys? Yes, all kinds of animal sounds. What do you guys think you would smell on an ark full of animals?
Stinkiness.
Probably a little stinky. Do you think it was crowded?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably kind of crowded.
Elephants.
Yeah, what animal would you want to sleep next to if you had to sleep?
A cheetah.
A cheetah?
What
do you guys think?
An elephant.
An elephant?
Were there German shepherds?
Probably.
A German shepherd.
What do you guys think, Cubbies?
Unicorns?
I don't know.
Mama, because an elephant could hug you around.
Yes,
With
that's a
its
good
trunk.
idea. All right. So would you rather play outside in the sun? Remember, they were stuck on that stinky dark ark. Well, finally, after 40 long days, the rain stopped. But the earth was still covered with water. Imagine how much water there would be if it rained 40 days nonstop. So God sent a strong wind to dry up the water. All right, let's make our wind sound. All the water dries up. So Noah and his family waited, and each day the water on the land went down and down and down until one day the ark floated to a stop. It rested right on top of the mountains of Ararat. Okay, can we turn this on? Let's see, there it is. Look, there it is. The ark is stuck on top of the mountain. Do you see any water left, Cubbies? Do you think it's dry enough for Noah and the animals to come out of the ark? Looks like there's a lot of water still. So Noah couldn't tell how dry the land was, so he opened a window and sent out a raven to look for dry land. So let's see. So here we go. So he sends out the raven, the blackbird, to look for dry land. But the raven didn't find any dry land. So Noah sent out a dove. So here's the dove. So he sent out the dove. The dove flew here and there and all around. Then the dove flew back to the ark. It didn't find enough dry land to make a nest or anything either. 7 days later, Noah sent out the dove again. This time she flew here and there and all around again, and she flew back to the ark. But this time something was different. Do you know what was different?
She brought a toy with her.
She did. In her beak this time was a fresh olive leaf. See the leaf in her beak?
Yeah.
And that was good news, because what does that mean? That means there were trees again. Trees were growing on land. There was land. The land was getting drier. Well, 7 days later, Noah sent out the dove again. She flew here and there and all around again. What do you think happened this time?
She stayed there.
She didn't come back. She found a dry spot to build her nest. When the land was all dry and not one single puddle was left, God said, "Come out!" Hooray! Out came Noah, out came Noah's wife, out came Noah's 3 sons and their 3 wives. Then out came all the animals, hopping and trotting and waddling and crawling and skipping and galloping with glee. Do you think those animals were glad to get off the ark? I bet they were.
That would be a lot of
Yes.
animals. And slithering.
And slithering, yes, all of that. So here, what is Noah doing? He built a special place to worship the Lord and thank him for saving them. It was called an altar. An altar. Noah thanked God for keeping his family safe from the flood, just as God had promised. God was very happy with Noah's worship at the altar. Cubbies, what do you think God did next?
He made the rainbow.
He made a new promise, and that rainbow was the symbol. This promise isn't just for Noah, though. It's for all the people and animals that live after him, and that includes all of us and all of you guys at home.
Me.
Listen, Cubbies, to God's promise. God promised he would never again send a flood to destroy the whole earth and all the living things on it. And he set a beautiful rainbow in the clouds as a reminder of his promise. There's the rainbow. See? And what does our thing say?
God keeps his promises.
Yes, God keeps his promises. That's our core truth. Can you Cubbies say it with me? God keeps his promises. Good job, guys. Now, we have a Bible verse, and our Bible verse is Genesis 9:13. It says, when it says I, it's talking about God, have set my rainbow in the clouds. Let's say this together. I have set my rainbow in the clouds. Good job, guys. And now I'm going to say the second part. And it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. The word covenant is the Bible's way of saying promise. So God sees the rainbow in the clouds, and he will always remember his promise to us. Wow, God has kept that promise, hasn't he? Mm-hmm. He's never sent another flood to destroy the whole earth. What was our core truth again? God keeps his promises. He does. God keeps his promises, and he is faithful. Well, thank you, Cubbies, for joining us. I hope you have a great week.